Salt that camera. At this time, I'm going to bring Elias back up to introduce today's speaker. So, Elias, come on down! Thank you. Come on.
Okay, first and foremost, the bald head seems like the greatest marketing tool God has ever given me, so thank you for that right there. And by the way, Eric, that's probably the best speech I've ever heard here, kid, don't you think? You know, great, and so give it up for Eric one more time! And now it's time to introduce the guy that calls me a spammer. Spamming him on Facebook to try to get in here that I said, you know what, the only way I can get you here is if you come here and speak one day, right? So, TBird, I'm going to uphold the GNA thing where we ask people to go all the way to the back. So TBird, stand up and walk all the way to the back. And keep walking way past the exit sign up to the parking lot. Because like Elias likes to say here, we have a lot of real estate here in San Jose, right? Like multiple zip codes, right? So I'm going to briefly tell you the story on how I met TBird. I met TBird about a year ago, and I love that name. Timothy Bird, a.k.a. TBird. When you look him up on Facebook, make sure it's Timothy Bird. No, don't give him the bird. I know, that was a terrible joke. But I met TBird about a year ago when I first got involved with Successful Thinkers. A lot of you know we were formally affiliated with them. I met him in Stockton. We ended up having a one-on-one shortly after that because one of my friends that invited me to that event connected me with TBird. And because of that, I met a lot more people in the Central Valley area. A great guy, tremendous pay it forward guy, to the point of where, he doesn't want me to mention any of his businesses. He wants me to introduce him as a self-employed entrepreneur of paying it forward. I've never seen any speaker be as humble as that to want to be introduced that way. So TBird comes to us all the way from Modesto, and he has some great golden nuggets today. He's going to be talking about networking 101 and the psychology of networking. So on that note, I'd like you all to once again, please rise to your feet. Come on now, please rise to your feet. Give a big warm GNA welcome to Timothy Bird, a.k.a. TBird!
I don't want to get straight. Thanks for being here. Anytime Elias. A lot of you don't know me. You can find me on Facebook, Timothy Bird. That's where I get my name, TBird. It's part of branding. And I'm here to give you some bullet points that I've learned over the last 25 to 30 years about networking and the psychology of it. And a lot of the things we do here at GNA and some of the other groups won't apply. But how many go to chamber events? How many go to other types of networking events here? Okay, you're different when you go to those events, right? I'm going to tell you how to take it up another notch. First of all is branding yourself. Kat, how often do you see me not wearing purple?
Almost never. You're always wearing.
It's part of my branding. When you find me on Facebook, I'm wearing a purple zoot suit. Because of Eric today, I did not wear my purple kilt. Plus, it's a little cold, so... You want to leave a lot of mystery about yourself when you meet somebody. You're not going to sell them anything. You're there to find out something different about them. I just walked by this gentleman back here I don't know yet, and I noticed his shoes. I want to know where you got some of those. I want to get a pair. I like those. Book an appointment for an appointment. I heard Nikki actually practices that. I was impressed when we got the email back from you because we have a one-on-one afterwards.
Wow.
I met her at the holiday mixer. And you said in your email, I always book an appointment for an appointment. That's professionalism. Because you're not going to learn that much about somebody the first time you meet them. Go ahead and book another appointment from an appointment. How many ears do you have?
2.
How many mouths do you have? What does that mean?
That's
Very good.
Nice.
Listen twice as much as you talk. Have any of you ever been networking, and let's say you're in a chamber event, and you're talking with somebody, there's this invisible wall between you and that person. You know what I mean? It's like they're looking at you, but they're not listening to you. How would you like to find a way to take that wall down in less than 2 seconds? Open the lines of communication. Any curiosity?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody come on up. Anybody? I do a little role playing here. All right.
Oh my God!
My new lawyer. You know, is this your first time here?
No, I come here every week.
Right, okay. And if I'm feeling anything that, you know, they're not listening to you, I'll just kind of stop and go, I bet you're a 7.
What does that mean?
Well, have you ever heard of numerology?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not a big believer in it, but it'll take his wall down in less than 2 seconds, because now you got the curiosity factor. And I've done this time and time and time again. And if you got all the numbers memorized, you can kind of like, oh, you do this, you do that. 90% of the time the people are going this, because numerology is right 95% of the time. It is dead on. And now that wall's coming down, now you have some interaction. They're listening more than they're talking. But find something that will take that invisible wall down. All you got to do is go on the computer and type in birth numbers under Google search. It'll lay out all 9 of them for you. And when you get really good about it, when you meet somebody within about a minute, you already pretty much know what their number is.
You got my number now.
I know you're not an 8. I don't do well with 8s.
I am 9+.
9. Whoa! That's the lawyer coming out of you, right?
I'm a 5. 5 is a non-conformist, and I live up to it. Most of your 5s are also entrepreneurs. How many people here were born either in November or December?
Oh, right here.
Okay. A lot of entrepreneurs are Sagittariuses. A lot. The reason I'm using notes, I haven't done this for a while, and I'm kind of condensing it down a little bit. Okay, let's say you're at a chamber function. You're there to meet as many people as you possibly can. Not spend time in the same old cliques and getting to know somebody for, say, a half hour. Can I borrow you for just a minute? Hello, my name's Tim.
Hi Tim, I'm Nikki.
Is this your first time to a San Jose mixer?
No, I've been in the Bay Area quite a while.
Oh, I've never seen you here before.
Well, I wander about.
Okay. So what brought you here?
I'm a social butterfly. Meeting people is my main marketing focus, by making an initial connection with people and following up and tripping on them. How do you get to be here?
I've been coming here for quite a bit, and I just love meeting people.
We must have a different rhythm, because if I've been coming and you've been coming, we must have opposite cycles. How did we get in sync today?
That's Nikki, by the way. Oh my God.
But let's pretend for a minute that she isn't a regular. I don't pre-orchestrate anything.
Okay.
But if she hadn't been, I tried.
Oh, what I'm new at an event? Oh, I'm a wallflower.
Oh, I love wallflowers. I drag them off the wall. But what I would normally do is get to know a little something about it, just a couple little bullet points, so I can connection with you later. Because we're there to meet as many people as possible. But if I know enough about it, I would say, oh, Nikki, it's been great, but I know you're here to meet a lot of people. I am too. I want to introduce you to Elias. And you call it pass off if you want to, but you introduce them to someone, you edify that person, and you pass them on. Because you don't want to get into a sales pitch right then and there. Save that for later. So just get to know them, pass them off, go meet the next person. You're there to meet as many people as you can. And when you edify somebody, you've actually done something good for yourself at the same time. Thank you. Okay, everybody has different venues here. How many of you, be honest, get in the habit of going to the same event month after month, year after year, and not getting results in some of them?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. Come on, everybody, raise your hand. It's happened to everybody.
We all do. What I do in November of every year is I make a list of all my networking apps. And I go down and I put a dollar sign about what has made me money. I put down how many good connections, really good connections, have I made at that networking venue. And I I flush about 20% every year. If something's a weekly venture, I may take it down to once a month instead of going every single week. Some I totally take off, because when you create a void, that void will get filled. I've done this for years. It happens every time. Take one out, all of a sudden, hey, you heard about this group meeting over here? No, I haven't. Because you're there to make connections, you're there to make money, you're there to meet people who help you move your business. Because you get the same habit, you're seeing a lot of chambers, the same cliques get together. You're a brand new person walking into a chamber and you don't feel comfortable. I've gone into chambers only one time where I will never go back. Somebody will ask me, why don't you come back? And I tell them, I go, yeah, we're kind of like that, but they don't change. You're there to make money, you're there to make contacts. You're there to move your business forward. Yeah, I know that's a successful faker thing, but I would not bet you if it hadn't been for successful fakers.
That's okay, we're all about collaboration.
Yes, we are. Okay, 2 more interactive things. I need somebody to come up and please bring a business card with you. Anybody. I've already had the attorney. I've already had I need somebody new.
I'm an 8 though.
Huh?
I'm an 8.
You're right.
My card is purple. Oh my God. We have something in common.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. She can't be an 8.
I am an 8.
Then you're an 8.
I'm a balanced 8.
Okay, balanced 8.
Wow.
So everybody can hear. We're going to pretend we're like in a chamber function. We're meeting each other for the first time. And let's pretend I'm an old timer at it, and this is your first time. Okay? Hello, my name's Tim.
Hey Tim, how the hell are you?
I'm better today than I was yesterday, but not as good as I'll be tomorrow.
Oh, and why are you better today?
Because it's another day.
I'm better too.
I'm an eternal optimist. So this is your first time. I haven't seen you here before. This is your first time to come and check out the chamber?
It is. Yeah. How long have you been coming?
Oh, I've been here for a long time.
A long
I'm
time.
part of the inventory, actually.
Part of the inventory. You're the talking inventory.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, actually, since you're new, I want to know a little more about you. Not so much what you do, but just a little.
first.
Well, that's true. Well, I'm kind of like an ambassador for the chamber.
Okay.
Network, I'm a social butterfly.
Okay.
I try and stay out of trouble. Because I love trouble.
Yeah, I can tell.
Good trouble.
Yeah, well, you met something.
Okay.
Anyway.
Tell me, do you, now a lot of people within an environment like this will just shove a card in your face, right? Chamber function. So I want you to kind of, not really shove it in my face, but I want you to go, this is what I do.
No, that's not how I do it, but I'll do it for you. I don't do it this way.
I don't do it.
Here's my card, that's me.
It's strong. I love the color.
Thank you.
Okay.
Circle and pink.
Good colors. Now, a lot of times, if I'm not feeling right about the person, I may, let's do that again.
I'm never going to give you my card back. That's the first time for everything.
This is where psychology comes in, so I'm going to hand it to me again.
Okay.
You don't have to undress.
Tim,
Yes.
let me introduce myself. My name's Catherine.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to do.
Hey, I don't know if I want your card right now.
You don't know if you want it?
Whoa!
Okay, you don't have to have my card. You don't even know me. I totally understand. You know, I don't even know you. What the hell I get into you for?
We're going to have your card.
Tim's getting excited right now.
The reason you do that sometimes, maybe you don't have a good feel about the person, but sometimes I say, well, why don't you know my card? And I go, I don't want to know what you do. I want to know who you are as a person. Because you take somebody's card and you might prejudge them right there on the spot. Even though I wouldn't, and I know now that you wouldn't, because you're interested in the person. But it makes them back up just a little bit like, why is this person different? I don't think about their card. You're doing some subliminal stuff at the same time. Now we're going to reverse a little bit and you're going to ask me for my card.
Tim, I'm so grateful to meet you. May I have your card?
I don't normally hand them out.
Okay, that's cool. How come you don't hand out your cards?
90% of the people take their card back to their office, they put it on their desk, and they never do anything with it.
Well, you know what I want to know? The only reason I want your card really is because I want to, how can I support you?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So that means that you will either give me an email or give me a call?
I'll call you tomorrow if you're around.
Okay, really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ask these guys, I call back.
Watch this. What you have? You'll really call me.
Absolutely.
Don't let go.
Woo, I got T-Bird's card.
Don't let go until you get a commitment. You got to put a lot of value on that card. And again, it is the psychology. And then I'll even take it a step further. I will ask people, do you prefer to be contacted by phone or email? Telephone. And so I normally have their card or I'll go telephone. Or I'll try to find something personal about it, like wine tasting. You know, just one or two quick bullet points before you move on. And now you know how they will be contacted. They are expecting your call, so they won't be called a spam when you call them. And you start building a very short-term relationship, and then you move on to the next person. It's the psychology. You want to set yourself apart when you're in a group of people you've never been to before, other than like a GNA meeting, because we think differently. But you go back to a chamber function with tools like this, people don't know what to think about you. You're mysterious to them. They don't know why, but they want to meet you again. Just like,
You know with me?
not really.
Okay. For now.
For now, okay. Paying it forward. I'm going to give you 3 books. Very important books. They really are. And I love the pay it forward aspect.
Thank you.
So this first book was given to me 30 years ago. Because somebody saw something in me that they knew I needed to work on. And it's called Personality Plus. I don't remember the name of the author, but if you Google it, you will find it. Most powerful sales book I have ever laid my hands on. And all this person said was, read it once, self-test yourself, put it into practice, read it again in 6 months, and read it every year for the rest of your life. I've worn out 2 copies in the last 30 years, because every time I read it, I read something in there that I could have sworn was not in that book before. Because your mind learns in layers. It's a personality trait book. A lot of you have personality trait changes. Sometimes by colors. You know, I use the old phlegmatic melancholy syndrome. Some use A, B, C, and D. Because when you get really, really good at it, you meet somebody within 5 minutes, you know what their primary personality trait is. I'm only picking on the 8s because I can spot an 8 a mile away. You're the first time. I've never had it happen. Yeah. Because I can pick it out 8 real fast. You will find yourself changing because anybody in here is relatable to 25% of the people in the room at any given point in time because of your personality trait that you cannot change. When you understand personality traits, you now become relatable to 100% of the population at any given point in time. There's a chance for you to build a relationship with that person, even though they might be diametrically opposed to you in personality traits. Extremely powerful. It's good in relationships. And I had my kids paid at young age for personality traits. So what was punishment to one was a reward to the other one. Think about it. Awesome book. Very powerful book. Second book, anybody familiar with the term ping pong balls bouncing around your head? No? You got too many things going on. You can't focus. And you live in a fast life of multitasking and trying to do too much. Everybody in here was born with a trait they lost around age 5. This book will tell you how to get it back. It will bring focus back into your life. And the book is by Eckhart Tolle. It's called The Power of Now. As a child, let's see if anybody can remember this. Say you're 4 years old. Did you care about what's getting ready to happen or what happened 5 minutes ago? No, you didn't. Just like a dog or a cat today. They live in the now. You start getting age 5, you start going to grammar school and stuff like this, you start getting reconditioned. You get this back, it makes your life a whole lot easier. You you have a really bad day. I could be at the office and I can realize I get stress coming up. Ping pong balls bounce. I put everything down, I go outside, and it's like I'm like going into a little trance. Feel the hands, it's rough, it's smooth. Colors are more vibrant. Use all of your senses for about 2 minutes. It's like taking a miniature vacation. You come back feeling good, refreshed. You're ready to rock and roll again. Power Now is a very powerful book. The last one I just got recently, it was really hard to find at first. How many of you here are knowledgeable in how to make your business go viral? You understand viral. A lot of people don't. There's a book that was, I believe it was printed in 2011. This is a new book. It is exceedingly powerful on how to take your business and go viral. The book is called Viral Loop, L-O-O-P. It was passed on to me, and I'm on my second pass through it. It is a powerful book. Because if you want to grow your business using social media, connections, you need to understand how a viral loop works. Some people double viral loops. Tupperware business was actually the first viral business, and you will understand it when you read the book. Very powerful book. You want to grow your business? You want to do it right? Use the book. If you request a friend on Facebook, they come back and say they accept you as a friend, always send a thank you. 90% of the people do not respond back when they do it the other way. But I'll always read their profile a little bit and find something. Maybe we have a favorite movie, or something that we have in common. Thank you for accepting me as a friend on Facebook. I hope to be able to meet you. Well, I love NCIS, just like you do. Make that connection. Why put people on Facebook if you're not going to do anything with it? Take a little bit of time just to say thank you. Also, Kat's a good example. I met her about a year ago, and she said the wrong thing to me. And what was that, Kat? It's what
The whole conversation, I think that's looking to meet new people.
How do I meet new people? You don't say that to a third-year network. Not one who wants to pay it forward. And I told her next week on Monday there's going to be something here. Tuesday there's going to be something here. Wednesday there's going to be something here. Thursday there's going to be something here. Show up. She did. So we started networking, helping her introduce to a lot of people. Found out she was serious. Her passion. She is somebody you need to get to know. I highly will edify her. She's very passionate about the things that she does. Start doing friend suggestions.
Say that again?
Start doing friend suggestions on Facebook. It's real simple to do. And once I learned about her more, we did a couple one-on-ones. When I go through my Facebook page to recommend people, I don't just send the first 50. I cherry pick through. I want to send the best that I can for what she does now that I know who she is. And I've been there when she went through 100, 200, 300, and we just went through 500 this weekend. Now we're heading for 6. Forward 50 names on. Because not only are you edifying the person you're sending to, you're edifying yourself. And they say a person cannot edify themselves. You really can't pat yourself on the back without too big of an ego. But when you're doing a friend suggestion, you're edifying yourself at the same time as you're edifying that person. Send them 20 names. Send them 30 names. There was a guy in Sacramento. I said, I'll send you 50 if you send me 50. It was okay. He sent me 20. Everybody's last name started with A. What does that tell you? He didn't say he didn't get another batch for me because he didn't understand it. Though he really vocalized that he was that kind of person. So do friend suggestions. It doesn't take long to do. Edify yourself. Edify that person. Post events on your Facebook page. A lot of people go to my Facebook page just to find stuff to do. Because they know I post all kinds of stuff. Everything from wine tasting events to GNA, whatever's out there, I post it. It's like a walking billboard. You want people to come into your page all the time. They want to know what you're doing because you're building a relationship. And you know, it's all right to tell a person that I don't need your services. You're meeting somebody at an event. I don't care what they do. Maybe you exchange business cards. It's okay to look at them and go, you know, I really don't need your services, but if I know, like, and trust you, I'm more valuable to you as a referral source. I've never been able to use cat services because all my kids are grown. So I can't use her services. But do I send people to her? Absolutely all the time. Because I know, like, trust, and respect her. I will do anything I can to help her build her business. Last little bit of information. When you do receive a card, this is a cultural thing. Not always applicable, but is a lot of the time. How many of you will take somebody's card and make notes on it? Common to do. I do that. But one exception is with the Asian community. This is very common that I've run into. Somebody told me about it, so I'm passing it over to you. Pay it forward. If you receive a card, treat that card with honor. Look at the front. Look at the back. Do not write on it. Never write on their presence. Some take it with a lot of it. Some will be very offended by doing it. So that is just a little cultural thing that can make a difference that you're not even aware of when you're talking to somebody. Any questions?
Regarding friend suggestion, you said you might tell you about it, but when you're suggesting friends, are you just going to a tool where you suggest friends, or are you writing personal instructions? Or a reason for
I'm just doing friend suggestion. I'm not writing personal. I'm just clicking names that I feel would be good for that person. And so you are edifying in two different ways. Not all are going to be accepted. But, you know, when you do a friend suggestion, they see who suggested the friend. And if they respect you, they're going to accept that person as a friend. Because, like I tell you, I don't send anybody to the junk. I don't. I'm very specific who I send. I want to give them the best shot of making a good connection with themselves. I don't have to write personal things down.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. Any other questions?
I've got a comment.
Yes.
Like if you know somebody who is posting something that's useful, share with others. We read a lot of good information. You know, like Elias could write an article on insurance, and it applies to all of us. So share it with others.
I actually do. That is a good point. I come across something, somebody has some really pretty pictures on my homepage. I got friends that post all kinds of pictures and stuff. And stuff like from what he does. If I find something of value, I do. I share it, I repost it. It's another reason to come into your Facebook page because it's very busy. When your page is busy, people are wanting to reach out to be your friend all the time. But you got very, very few who will ever say thank you when they ask you to be a friend. So it sets yourself apart.
Thank you.
So on the personality thing, can you give us a little tidbit about some of the numbers, what they mean, and how you identify people?
I'm what's known as a melancholy and sanguine kicker. How many of you here are in any kind of a business where you bring people into your business? Be honest. Okay.
Where you
How
bring
many
people-
of you say people, what percentage of your downline goes to the conventions? 0, 1, 2. Very, very few, because you can't really motivate them. So, let's say you're looking at your downline, you've read personality plus, you understand this book, and you go, Johnny is a melancholic, which is my primary. Oh, I've been going to Johnny the wrong way. Hey Johnny, the convention's next weekend. All the facts and figures you need will be at this convention. Johnny will go. Because you've spoken to him in his language, being a melancholy. The term is called an upside-down Christmas tree. You've already got the people. Instead of going out and finding new ones, how can I get the ones down here already excited? This is one way you can do it. You can actually wake up your downline because you never asked them their language. Let's say they're a choleric, which is the closest thing to an experience. So you're going, oh, Mary Beth is a choleric. I have not been asking her right. Mary Beth, convention's next weekend. Yeah, I know. Well, I think you really should go. All the important people will be there. That's all you gotta say. Because that's what drives a choleric. Usually there's a lot of ego with a choleric. So it's how you tell them. And you say, you make it to a convention they have never been to. And of course, the reason you get people to conventions is to get them to light up. Leverage stuff, leverage the upline of speakers. If they are a sanguine, which is by secondary, most people think it's by primary. That's the problem. How do you get them to go to the convention? Hey, Julie, we're going to have music, there's going to be dancing, and it's going to be fun. They go, I'm ready to go. You don't tell her all the important people that are going to be there. They're less. And the last one, and the hardest one to understand, is called pragmatic. They are misunderstood for being lazy. They're not lazy. They're great team players. They don't want to be leaders. How do you get them to go to the convention? Here's the ticket. I'll pick you up and say, okay. What's nice about the phlegmatic was you think to be lazy. If they become passionate about what they're doing, they will light up like a clock. Yeah, they will like finish local business. And it's a little caveat to the phlegmatic. That's very exciting. They'll rock and roll. One last question, if I did.
One last question.
Is it the same as this analysis?
Huh?
Is it the same as this analysis?
I'm not familiar with this analysis. Some use the colors, blue, red, green, A, B, C, and D. There's some that actually break it down to 6 different categories. But you're born with your personality trait. You can't change it. Use it to your best ability. Use it when networking. You will find it's very powerful. And last little tidbit for me, I hope to be back again next week. I don't always have Wednesdays off. I do a lot of different stuff. We're building a very, very large footprint over here. We're in need of some services because we are getting ready to launch a very large company. And we will wind up hiring a lot of people. Right now, the biggest thing I need is programmers. You want to learn more? Like I said, one-on-ones. That's how you get to know me. Thank you.
Woo! TBird!